Hello Cancer, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your June 2020 Tarot forecast, and your theme is judgment. So there might be a massive announcement, a big decision, a crossroads, a massive reflection, and having to pick up everything from out of the closet and making a big, clear, huge, life-changing decision, or the announcement of a big decision that's really going to affect your month. So let's see what else is in store for you. And if you haven't already, can you please subscribe, because less than 5% of you watching right now are subscribed, and it really helps me out a lot as a new and growing channel. And if you like this video at all, even just a little bit, if you could press that like button, I'd really appreciate it. It helps me out so much. I put a lot of love and effort into these videos, and all you have to do is click a button or two if you want to. All right, let's see what's in store for you. Ooh. Okay, all right, something about this decision and a new direction in your life. Interesting. Cool. All right, I'm just gonna pull some clarification cards and then we'll get started. But I mean, are you feeling pretty good right now? Because it looks like you're on top of the world. Did you finish a big project? This is, oh my gosh, don't mess this up. Ooh, why are you doing this? Do you ever sabotage yourself with new opportunities? Because I don't know if you haven't before, you're going to start now. Anyways, you're coming up as the world, which is fantastic. It's like you've completed something. Like you right now, your energy at this present moment in time in June, you've completed something. You're on top of the world. You're celebrating maybe the completion of a phase or cycle of your life or a particular project. Maybe you've recently moved or something like that, but you're feeling on top of the world. You feel like the world is at your fingertips, okay? And I believe that this announcement is going to be something that is a new opportunity, and it's coming up as the Ace of Pentacles. So that could be a new opportunity when it comes to work, your physical body, making money, land, like a new contract, or I don't know why I'm saying record deal, or any of you singers. It's something like that. It's the start of something new. And that's great, but I feel like there might not be something, and you're getting a message about it. Sorry, it's hard when so much information comes at once. Sometimes I'll split my sentences just because I would wish I could say more than one thing at a time. Okay, anyways, I feel like you are, this might be also kind of spiritual. There might be a bit of mystery. Okay, I'm getting this a little bit more now. So there's going to be a new opportunity, right? A new direction you can take with your life, okay? It might be seemed as a bit foolish or maybe a bit raw. Maybe it's a bit too new, but you're literally at the start. So it's at the start, and it looks overall like there's promise, because there's so much potential, It might, maybe in the past you felt, comfortable, with security, you have enough, or maybe you were satisfied with, your life or your lifestyle the way that it was in the past, but you've moved forward on some inspiration, and you're really tapping into, I think you maybe sent a message out, maybe you could have called someone, emailed, tweeted, TikToked, whatever, and you actually created this new opportunity, right? My concern for you is that you are, and by the way, you created this opportunity because of just being super tapped in with inspiration, intuition, creativity. Sometimes creativity can also be sexual energy as well. And so you did a great job creating this opportunity, okay? I'm just afraid that, one, there might be a little bit too much unknowns about this opportunity. It might seem a lot more simple than what it actually is. And two, I kind of feel like you might mess it up, okay? I hate to say it, but I feel like you're not really gonna be in the future. The outcome is the Fool, which, okay, I mean, it could go all right, that, the Fool can be a new start, a lack of baggage and just a fresh new start and a clean slate. Okay, it could be that. But because it is clarified by the Six of Cups, pleasure, I feel like you might, when people have an opportunity and they behave in a way like it's really secure, or they've already achieved the thing that they haven't achieved yet, they're really just at the start, but they've got this attitude that they've already made it up. and then they just kind of do something foolish without thinking. For example, let's say you finally get hired in this new company and it's very, very prestigious, and you're acting like you're at the top, and then you make some dumb mistake because you weren't thinking. And also this mistake might be because maybe you get drunk a bit too much, or you kind of just, you know, when you sometimes get, there might be someone, it could be like emotionally, you know how you say something foolish or you do something foolish, and it might have something to do with you feeling more of an emotional connection with someone than you think it is. Like, you know how sometimes when you are really getting on with someone kind of new that you've met, you might get comfortable a bit too soon, and you might say something that you regret or do something that you regret, think that it's okay to tell them something, but it's not, which might kind of bring this whole new opportunity, this new start in a future to a crossroads. Well, it is, and I think there might be possibly a second guessing on their part of, okay, is this person right for the job? I mean, I see that you are. It's just that you need to be following your intuition. I do feel that you will overall navigate through this, because you do, no matter what, you know, stay in touch with your inspiration, which is our connection to spirit. And when you let spirit guide you, you know, that tends to be the best outcome. So you will get back on track in that sense. But I think you just need to be careful about that, okay? So yeah, just be careful you don't party a bit too much, or just be careful of substance abuse potentially and things like that, or thinking that there's more to something emotionally than what's actually there. It's almost more like surface, superficial. Like when you see these people and their lives on Instagram, like that's okay. Yeah, they did take those photos. That is actually them doing whatever it is that they're doing for the most part, but it's not real. I don't know if that'll make sense to some of you. All right, let's get some advice cards. Advice cards. All right, there we go. Your advice cards, Queen of Swords. You need to actually emotionally detach from this opportunity and use your head, okay? The swords tend to be quite cold, all right? They're the most unfeeling of the cards. But you know what? This is saying use your logic, be smart, make the most logical, rational decisions possible. And if that means, you know, cutting through the bullshit, getting straight to the point, and speaking your truth regardless of how it makes other people feel, that's what you're going to have to do. Second piece of advice, we've got the Two of Cups. You need to focus on this opportunity as a partnership. Focus on as a business partnership where both of you are equal, okay? I kind of have a feeling for a lot of you it might be something bigger than you, like an organization or a group or whatever. If, for example, if you were hired by a company, but you need to almost look at yourself with this company or person possibly as an equal, that you need to make sure what you're receiving from them, you are equally giving back. It's about equality, right, in this relationship. And third piece of advice, we've got the Emperor. So the Emperor has really solid boundaries. They are very direct. They go for what they want. They are authentic. They stay true to themselves, and that's what you need to do. And fourth piece of advice, we've got the Hermit. So you might want to clear your life of a whole bunch of distractions, including things like drinking, and really get back in touch with yourself, your inner spirit. So when I say clear of distractions, it's not just possibly substances or addictive behaviors. It could also be people and their opinions and You have all of the answers and wisdom that you need within. You just need to get rid of all of the clutter that can be confusing and reconnect with yourself, and probably hang out by yourself a lot more, at least for now, okay? So that you can get a clear head about this, because there's going to be some sort of massive crossroads when it comes to this. All right, pick a number 1, 2, or 3. You are picking your own destiny cards. Always pick the number that first pops out into your head, all right? And if this, so far is resonating with you, please do pop a nice, polite comment below. Anyways, so I hope that it goes well and you can sort this out, because I don't know. I feel like you guys will have to maybe hit the reset button for this to work, in a sense. All right, if you picked 1. Okay, this is the first thing that I got. You need to remember that you are learning, right? So having a little bit of respect that you still have a lot to learn. Like, yes, you have a lot of talent, but you know, Mozart had a lot of talent, but if he didn't practice and learn from other people, then he would have been nothing. You know what I mean? And you need to be sensible and practical. Just small steps, baby steps. Do things that are 0 risk. You cannot be taking any risks. And also don't be afraid of new waters, because with new opportunities, with a new environment are new opportunities that you never would have had before. So yes, it can be a little bit scary when everything changes, especially if it's changing fast, but then you wouldn't have significantly more opportunities that will be present, okay? So just do your best to go with the flow, do your best to trust. Easier said than done, okay? But that's just what I'm getting. If you pick 2. Damn it. Did you rush into this too fast? Like, I feel like you're disappointed, and maybe you were rushing into something too fast without thinking, because you were thinking emotionally. That probably explains why, you know, you're getting the Queen of Swords for advice, because, yeah, I think it's just a bit of kind of being like, oh, this feels right, I'm gonna go for it, without thinking about it. If you have felt like, if you do feel like, oh, we got the 4 of Cups again, but as an advice card, if you think that if you focus on the disappointment as in it's a negative thing, then you'll never really get the lesson out of it, because you might feel like you've emotionally lost right now, but everything comes and goes. You know, every moment we lose oxygen when we exhale, but then the next we get it back. It's a dynamic, it's a back and forth. Waves come on the shore and then they leave, and yes, you may have been disappointed, maybe you're disappointed in yourself, but at the end of the day, if we didn't have those disappointments, we wouldn't appreciate things that worked out that great. The more downs we have in life, the higher we can go. I think one of the worst things that can happen to people in their lives is to have that neutrality. Just a boring life. Anyways, your life's not boring. Sorry. If you picked 3, all right. If you picked 3, you are definitely disappointed. You might have been betrayed. Maybe you betrayed yourself, but regardless, you may have felt like you may have had a loss of a job, money, land, something like that. And you're kind of like, it could be like, oh, I worked for this company for 9 years and now I'm sacked. So what the hell was the point of that? All the relationships that I sacrificed, everything that I wanted to do with my life, everything where everything that was sacrificed, was it all worth it? It's literally kind of like a midlife crisis or whatever life crisis, and I'm just wondering if it was all worth it. But there's a lot of stress, okay, right? But also, these are both minor arcana. They will go, and they go quicker than the major arcana. Your advice card is the Lovers. So for me, I feel like, you know, you need to actually take it easy on yourself and start showing a bit of self-love, maybe even accepting love and connection from people that you know you can trust. This also might mean you need to get back in balance with your masculine and feminine energy. Were you more previously in the have to do, accomplish? Well, maybe you should kind of balance out your feminine and be more like receiving and giving more to yourself in a sense. And you might want to also rethink a particular partnership that you had before. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That's all in the description below. And if you like my reading, you should definitely subscribe, because I do monthly and mid-monthly readings. Comment below if this resonated with you. And if you're still here, secret bonus card. What'd you get? Ooh, the Magician. Okay, you may feel like, I don't know, I feel like you might think that you've kind of messed up or something this month, but or that you will, but just know that you ultimately have the full control of your life and the way things that go. And yes, things can get off track, but they can get back on track pretty fast too. You just need to get it together, all right? So do what you need to do to make the magic happen again and create your own reality in the way that you want it to, because you have that power, you have it in you. You just need to apply it, and have a great month. Bye.